start, I'm just going to apologize right now. Like, I'm probably going to offend you. Actually, I'm 98.656.8%, I'm definitely going to offend you. So I apologize now. But if I do offend you and you do want to talk some smack, like, I understand it happens, you know, you just hit me up on my MySpace, okay? And you can go to my truth box and write whatever you want. I really don't care. Just use proper grammar, please. And if I go on there and it looks like schmoy, and I don't know what it is, I'm just going to take it as a compliment, and I'm going to like it. Alright, so last night I was sitting in my bed, doing nothing, with my Snuggie, which I'm absolutely good at. And I was thinking, I have 3 conclusions that came to my mind. Number 1, Facebook is getting out of hand. Number 2, TV is ridiculous. And number 3, I get a lot of dirty looks. Number 1, Facebook. When I get on the Facebook, like, I get all pumped, you know? Like, I have new messages, and I'm like, yeah, I have friends. My mom's pretty pumped, too, because this is a rare occasion in the Vancouver family. Like, you know? So I get on, and I'm like, yeah, I have friends. I click on it. It's my grandmother. I don't have friends. You know? So I'm looking, and it wouldn't be that bad either. She was just like, hey, Abigail, what's up? You know, how your crazy doing? But it's more of like a, yo, what's up, home skillet? What's happening? And I'm like, Grandma, no, Grandma. Like, how do you remember your password? Don't you have Alzheimer's or something? So after I kind of fail and I don't have any friends, I'm like, what else does Facebook have to offer, right? So I'm like, all right, let's look around. And there's these app things. Apps are like games or quizzes you can take, and I click on this app because it says, find your top 10 lovers of 2010. I'm pretty excited because I get to cancel my eHarmony account. You know, I'm pumped. So I click on it and it's calculating my top 10 lovers, and I get it back and it's like cousin, grandma, uncle, cousin. Grandma, how did you get on there twice? Ridiculous. Oh. Another thing I have a problem with is Farmville. Farmville is kind of self-explanatory. It's where people just play with their farms. That's all you And I don't think it's special. Like, I'm kind of sickened. When I go into school, someone didn't do their homework because they're fertilizing their crops. If they come near their sick cow, that's horrible. It's also pretty bad when the teacher is like, yeah, do you have any healthy chickens you can send me? That's overboard. Alright, let's go to the second conclusion, the TV shows. So, the other day I was just sitting around, you know, clicking my clicker, whatever you want to call it, and I was like, oh my god, this TV show is so good, and it was something called I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant. No, mother, I am not pregnant, by the way. So it's like, oh my god, how can you not know you're pregnant, you know? And I just start watching it, and I'm like, this is baloney. If you look like Miss Weathers, you are definitely pregnant. So, about that. So I just keep it on the channel, you know, I'm waiting for another exciting show to come on, and there's this show called 19 and Counting. I'm like, 19 what? 19 kids, and it's also known as the Duggar family. I'm like, wow, that hurts me right now. Like, thinking about it. How do you get 19 kids out of there? Oh. Seriously, if I were her daughter, I'd be giving her the abstinence talk right now. But hey, Mrs. Duggar, how's that birth control working out for you? So, after that, you know, I'm like, okay, what else does TV have to offer? And nothing good at all. So, hey guys, did you hear that new TV show coming out with Tiger Woods? There's 2 documentaries or something. It's also called 19 and Counting, and I didn't know she was pregnant. Alright, let's go to my third conclusion. I get a lot of dirty looks. A buttload. I can't even count how many dirty looks I get. And, all the time it's not my fault, you know? It's not always my fault. All right, let's be honest, it's always my fault. Always. So, one time I went to the nursing home with my brother to visit my grandma or grandpa, and I was like, oh, let's go visit him. So we walked in the room, and it didn't exactly smell like cherry pops and whatever, if you get what I'm saying. So we had to evacuate the room. We're like, let's go to the cafeteria to hang, you know, to chill. So we go in there, and it was either playing checkers with some old geezers who don't know their name, or just sitting in the room and chilling. I decided to chill with my brother, and after about 15 minutes of chilling, my brother starts giggling. I'm like, what are you giggling about, Bo? What are you giggling about? And he's like, turn around, turn around. So I turn around, and there's this old lady creeping up behind me. She's like wheeling towards me. She's like, I'm getting a little nervous here. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? So she comes up to me, and she taps me on the shoulder. She's like, hey, Patsy, hey. I'm like, my name's not Patsy, but hello. And she pulls out a cookie from God knows where, and she's like, take the cookie. Patsy, I'm not Patsy, and I don't want your cookie. I'm sorry. You know, I can't ignore her either, you know? You can't ignore senior citizens. When I see Mr. Benner in the hallway, I don't ignore him. So she's still tapping on my shoulder, and she's like, hey, it's getting kind of late, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it is. And she's like, how did you take off your clothes? I'm like, why? She's like, you know, it's nighttime. I'm like, no, thank you. Let's get out of here. So, of course, me and my brother leave. He goes back to the room. I go to the bathroom. Of course, I need a potty break. I mean, come on. And I do my business. And after that, I wash my hands, of course. Good hygiene. You should try it. And I'm washing my hands. And I hear this big thump on the door. I'm like, she's back. She's back. What do I do? So I open the door. And, of course, I'm not the smartest person. I'm like, I will not take off my clothes for you! Little did I know, though, that there were about 6 nurses right behind her. And they thought I was the patient. They're like, get back to your room, get back! I'm like, no. And then they're trying to, sedate me or something. They have, a shot, and they're like, come here. I'm like, I'm not falling for your tricks, dude. No. So my second story is about Cedar Point. Coolest riding roller coasters. Woo! I don't care. I'm kidding. Alright, so I went on a roller coaster with my mother, and if you have never seen my mother's hair before, it's a giant horse mane. It's intense. It's about 25.5 inches long. It's kind of gross, too. Sorry, Mama. I love you. Anyway, so I ride the roller coaster, and I'm pumped, you know. And after that was done, I turned to the chick behind me. I'm like, hey, how'd you like the roller coaster? Did you have fun? And she's like, I take that as a no. But I go into the photo booth. You know, you can see your photos after you're done. I look at the photo, and I'm just like, yeah, 2 thumbs up. My mom's just like, woo! Yes. And the lady behind me had a bunch of horsehair in her mouth. In her grill, located right here. It was gross. Oh, yeah. I walk to the photo booth, I turn to my left, and I see the chick picking out hairs, throwing them away, and she's like, ugh. I'm like, better luck next time. Seriously, sorry. So my third story. If you went to Glen last year, you should remember this, and if you didn't, I'll explain. Last year, and for about a week, we decided that hitting each other with imaginary darts would be sweet. I don't know where this came from, who thought of it, but they must have been a genius, if you know what I'm talking about. So this game got started where if you went like this, and you got hit by a dart, you had to fall down until someone touched you. And apparently I didn't get the memo at all, because one time I went to the cafeteria, and I'm walking out, and this guy falls to the ground. He's like, Lord, take me, oh Lord. I'm like, oh my God, he starts hyperventilating on the floor. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So I go to him, I'm like, sir, I learned this in health class. I kind of straddle him. Health didn't teach me that, but... We have some dirty minds in the audience. So I go up to him and I'm like, dude, I will help you. I will save your life. And I accidentally swipe across them. And he's like, oh, I just got hit by a dart, that's all. I'm like, really? I couldn't expect your life to... What's your number again? I'm Abby Binder, that's all. Thank you.